Hey everybody, Spiridude here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series where I'm going to be showing off all of the Pokemon following animations. So when you take them, put them in the first position in your party, they'll follow you. This was introduced in the Isle of Armor. It also existed in Crown Tundra, which was recently released. I'm going to be covering all the generations, Gen 1 to 8, one episode per generation, and I'm going to be doing all of the Pokemon basically from my living decks that were included in Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor, and Crown Tundra. So now we're going to get right into it. I already have my Bulbasaur here from Gen 1, right? The very first Pokemon in the Pokedex. We're going to be going in Pokedex order. This guy just kind of hopping behind me. He's having a good time. He's pretty slow, I think. There's Venusaur. About the same. He's got a little more back leg strength, it looks like, but his flower just kind of wobbling back and forth. I have noticed a lot of the Pokemon have different animations if you walk versus running. So I see he kind of walks slowly. So we're going to look at those as well. I grabbed my shiny Venusaur here from Pokemon Home. Whoa, that's quite a hop. It can go. I would not have expected Venusaur to move that fast. He can pick up some speed. Look at that beauty. Charmander up next. I kind of like that. So he'll just walk slowly, then he realizes you're running, and he'll kind of do like a little jump, like, wait for me! No! And now he's catching up. Tail wagging. And here we have Charmeleon. Nothing too special, just runs along. Not much faster than Charmander, really. Nice steady walk. Looks something very human, actually. And finally, from that first batch of 6 of Charizard, I took out my shiny Charizard, as you can see. So it looks like he mostly just flies along. He'll land if and just walk if he's close by. But if he needs to catch up, there's no joke. He is quick. I think he can probably just fly along while I'm on my bike. And will you go in the water? Oh, don't walk in the water. Tail will go out. And he will do that. Yep, he'll fly right above the water. Right behind you, no problem. Very fast. And we have Squirtle up next. Let's zoom in. This one's tiny. He's trying. He's trying. I mean, you could run faster. Come on, Squirtle. So because he's a water type, can you go in the water, Squirtle? He will not. Then Wartortle up next. Pretty much the same, just larger tail. He's wagging back and forth. I'm assuming not going in the water either. Nope. Not having any of that water. I'm good on land, okay? And to just keep it going, I took out my shiny Blastoise here. I think from Let's Go. Oh yeah. Stomping along. It's a heavy shell in those cannons, you know, no joke. Can't go very quickly. Caterpie I don't have high hopes for. It is a worm after all. He's doing his best. Come on, dude. You can do this. Finish line is so close. I'm not even going to try to take you in the water, man. Metapod, I assume, is pretty slow. Oh no, those are fast hops. Look at that. I think he uses the momentum of the rocking and just kind of gets himself over. For a cocoon, that's not bad. Look at him go. And then Butterfree, as one would expect, just flies behind you. Looks very chill about it. Fly over the water? Yeah, of course, why not? Butterfree's pretty quick. It's keeping up pretty well. Pretty large wings. Here we go. Pokemon mascot. Pikachu. Runs exactly as you would expect, just like in the anime. It's a cute little hoppy kind of run. You want to come surfing, Pikachu? No, this is not a surfing Pikachu. We gotta get a surfboard. And Raichu. So he walks very kind of calmly, not in a rush, and then this guy can run. Tail wagging. Sandshrew. Very much like Pikachu, actually. Same kind of thing. It's a funny little run, though. It's much faster than I expected. Sandslash. What do you do? Oh, he rolls up into a ball. It's like a porcupine. Just like a porcupine. It's almost like he was based on one. Yeah, this guy. He's quick. I'm on my bike. Nice. I love that animation. On to the Nidoran families. Nidoran female first. You can do this! Actually, those tiny legs, it's faster than I expected. She's catching up. It's a cute one. Nidorina. Pretty much the same. Nothing too special there. And then walks upright if it's slow. No, on all fours every time. Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen can move. That's kind of threatening, actually. I would not want to be chased by that. Definitely not. Leisurely stroll. Leisurely stroll. Oh, catch up. Come on. Nidoran male. Pretty much the same as female. A little faster, I think, actually. Little butt wiggling. Ah, zoomed in too far. There he goes. Nidorino. Pretty much the same as Nidorina. Nothing too special there. Nodding as he runs. Nidoking. Just like Nidoqueen, same run. And definitely, once again, would not want to be chased by this thing. He's pretty massive. As a stark contrast, we have Clefairy. Wait for me! No, come back! I love the waving arms. It's pretty cute. It's like Clefable pretty much does the same exact thing. Just trying so hard to keep up and really worried of being left behind. That's what that little jog looks like to me. Just don't leave me behind. Vulpix. Foxy. It's a foxy lady. That tail, I think, is really holding it back. It's too heavy for its tiny little body, I guess. It's fine. It's like a little puppy. Ninetales. Very majestic. That's more like a grown dog. Or fox, for that matter. Alright, you're keeping up way too well. Can you keep up with the bike? Sorta? Yeah. Jigglypuff sort of strolls along and then levitates. There's a balloon after all. So it'll actually fly right behind you. And if you go over water, it'll go right over water. Why not? He's flying. It's easy. Wigglytuff. Same kind of thing as Jigglypuff. Just a little heavier. Looks like he can't really quite get off the ground as much, but when he's walking, very assertive. Look at this walk. I can just very briefly. There it is. Stomp, stomp. And same thing, we can go over the water too, right? Kind of looks like he's dipping his feet a little bit into the water. Oh, no. It's just the angle. And Zubat is up next. Can you keep up with the bike, Zubat? Oh, actually, very fast. Not expected that. It's a tiny little bat. And I assume no problem going over water. Yep. Really blends into the into the ocean here very well. Excuse me, Golbat. You have a gaping hole in the middle of your face, which is pretty creepy. Same speed about as Zubat. Very frantically trying to keep up with me. You got this, man. You got this. Oddish up next. Going for just a nice little jog. Yeah. I like him. Little, looks like a little mohawk, kind of bouncing up and down. Gloom. Pretty much the same as Oddish. Just the leaves waving in the wind. I like the drool actually kind of goes back and forth. Yeah, it's pretty funny. And the last of the Oddish line, the Violet Plume. You get some airtime there between steps, definitely. But that flower must be pretty tough to carry, so can't travel very quickly. Diglett. I suspect Diglett moves more quickly underground because, yeah, he can't really move all that fast over here. I'm not going to make it go in the water. Don't worry. Dugtrio next. Same exact thing as Diglett. Well, Dugtrio has a very high speed stat, base stat, so I'm surprised it can't kind of hobble along a little more quickly. But still pretty cute there. Meowth, that's right. Cover some ground there. Very human when he runs, actually. Persian, slightly larger kitty. Okay, Persian, yeah, can keep up with me while I run just fine. It actually has to stop. He's running faster than I am. So yeah, gotta get on my bike for Persian. And like any cat, afraid of the water. Psyduck, and I was wondering if Psyduck would hold his head while he runs. No, he does not. Guess your headache is all better, huh? Kind of nodding his head, yeah, nice. Golduck. It's not slow. Yeah, pretty leisurely, actually. Alright, everyone's favorite orange puppy, Growlithe. And a puppy he is. He can't run very fast. It's quite cute though, huh? He's trying his best. Our canine, it's actually pretty massive. Yeah, our canine can move. Our canine needs me to be on my bike. There he goes. Ooh, major stop. Gonna go for a swim? No, he's a fire type, so that's understandable. I mean, dogs can swim, but not this pup. Poliwag, a little tadpole. Come on, keep up. The tail is not helping you. Let's see, can you swim, Poliwag? I think not. It's more of a land kind of dwelling creature. Poliwhirl. Seems Poliwag, just a little faster. Look at those little arms go. He wants to punch me, I think. Not water dwelling either. Huh, guess the Poliwag line doesn't like water. And finally, Poliwrath. This guy's much faster. Gonna chase me on my bike? He does not look happy about something. Definitely wants to punch me. Ziabra just levitates. Yeah, just barely off the ground. Can you go in the water? Yeah, just levitate above the water. Took a little dip. That's okay. Don't want to get really far. Can you teleport? Kind of. I think he just respawned though. I don't think that he actually teleports. Maybe. Kadabra. Same thing. Just floats above. Look at that caboose. If I get really far, I assume he kind of does the same thing. Yeah, he sank, and he's back. Though I think all the Pokemon do that. I'll have to test that out. And Alakazam also levitates. Moustache. I like your moustache. Nice stash. And same thing, right? When you get too far, and he's back. He never stands, right? Yeah. He looks like he's about to stand, but no, he just kind of levitates. Machop. He's trying to get over here. Come on, do your best. You got this. It's your morning workout. Machoke. I would expect he'd run a little faster, but I think he's more about the upper body strength, for sure. You wanna go for a swim? No? No triathlons for you? Alright. He walks like a really tough guy too, and he's walking slowly. Runs like a really tough guy too. Machamp. Same thing. Except with 2 extra arms. I think those extra arms are holding you back, man. How about you? You want to do a little swimming? Well, you have 4 arms. You can swim pretty well. Maybe just sink. Just all muscle. Alright, Tentacool. Everyone's favorite jellyfish. I don't think you like, unless you like Jellicent, I guess. And just kind of levitates on land. And here he's, make sure there's no Sharpedo out here. He's bobbing up and down. You can just see his eyes on top of his head a little bit. And back on land. And we're back to levitating. I don't know how that works really. Tentacruel. It's pretty quick. Those tentacles seem to kind of, catch the air and propel him somehow. And then in the water is the same kind of thing. So if you zoom in, the tentacles will kind of propel him in the water. You can see even less of it. just the eyes. Can't see that eye in the front. Or whatever that is. Ponyta, everyone's favorite pony. Unless you like Mudbray. Look at that gallop. Yes, very gracious. Rapidash next. Rapidash, no problem keeping up with me. That wasn't too good. Want to go in the water? Oh, of course you don't. You're on fire. Why would you want to go in the water? But yeah, so that's Rapidash. Graceful, really graceful. Slowpoke, I'm assuming as the name implies, doesn't go very fast. Nope. Yeah, I could wait for him for like 10 minutes, just a short distance. Come on, dude. Hi. You don't have to walk anymore. That's okay. Yeah, take a break. And Slowbro. Honestly, I think he'd run a lot faster if he didn't have the shelter holding him back. I think that's a pretty heavy weight. It's like a ball and chain back there. Can you swim, Slowbro? No, you'd probably sink. Shelter just pull you down. Magnemite, as you would expect, just levitates behind you. Those magnets almost acting like wings. It's screw turning. Yeah, the screw turns back and forth too. I'd never noticed that before. The one on the bottom? Yep. All 3. Screws just rotating back and forth. It's a cool animation. And he can indeed go above the water. Oh. Ooh. I feel like that Sharpedo came on land. Very territorial, those guys. Yep, so he can also float above the water here too, right? Yep. no problem. Don't sink. Magneton, same thing. Just flying behind me. There's a lot of screws all going in all different directions. Yep, there's another one on the bottom here. I don't know what that torpedo thinks it's going to accomplish. And can levitate above the water too. It's the same as Magnemite. I wish he'd rotate or something too, like flip. Far-fetched. Can fly. I thought he was just going to walk behind holding his leek, but no, he puts his leek in his beak. I'm a poet, I didn't know it. and then he just kind of flies behind you. I'm gonna go for a nice fly over the sea. There you go. Can you land here? You can't land here. Like, no, let's keep going. And then we have Shelter. Also, to move, he actually moves backwards. So he'll kind of blow. Looks like he's kind of like blowing air. Or sneezing. It looks like a sneeze, actually. And that's how he propels himself on land. How about in the water? Same exact thing. He must be blowing bubbles. So it's kind of like a jet. And that's what allows him to travel. Cloister. Same exact thing as Shelter. Kind of a little sneeze. I think it's a protective, it's like a defensive position. So no one hurts his face. And then same exact thing in the water. Just using, I think, the propulsion from the bubbles that he's blowing. So it's just same as Shelter, pretty much. Let's see Ghastly. What do you do, Ghastly? Just floats behind you. Oh. Stalking. Oh, stalk the Ghastly. Couldn't go. Sneaking up on me. It's a loyal ghost. He's gaseous, you know? He can float anywhere, above the water, whatever. Not to be confused with Gassy. Haunter, same kind of thing, except he looks like he wants to grab you and take you to the underworld or something. He's a stalker. Oh, you're a creepy dude, Haunter. Now Gengar, I'm assuming, will just walk. Looks like, yep, looks like when you're going slowly, he walks, and then when you speed up, he'll actually levitate as well. Not very high up off the ground. He's a little bulky. You're a little fat, aren't you? Well, Onix is enormous, as one would expect. But how fast can you go? Oop, where'd you go? There he is. When he needs to catch up, I think he uses the momentum. He keeps disappearing for some reason. He uses the momentum of that big head of his. Yep, and then just the tail sort of follows. Nice. That's fantastic. And Krabby pretty much moves the only way a crab knows how. Sideways. And protects himself. Looks like he's protecting his face, kind of putting his hands up. While he's running, while he walks, just sort of leisurely. A little threatening with the pincers. Almost forgot to check whether he can go in the water. He will not swim. You're watertight. Come on then. Kingler here. Same kind of thing, just walking sideways. I think he doesn't change his position though when he runs. Yeah, his pincers just stay in the same, same position. It's always defending his face. Hey there, Ditto. Execute. Oh, it's cute. It hops. I guess it's the only way you can, get around. I would expect maybe like rolling, but wow, it's a hippity hop. Executor we've already kind of seen because he's on this island, but oh, doing your best, man. You got this. Yep, there's another one over there. He runs pretty quickly for how bulky he is. He gains some ground. Not bad. Cubone. Yeah, there's no way you can keep up with him on my bike. Cute little bone club. He's just looking for his mama. And Marowak, pretty much the same thing. Except he really looks like he wants to beat me up with that club. Come on, dude. I raised you. Okay. Alright. Alright, Hitmonlee, don't let me down now. He runs a lot more slowly than I expect because he's the kicking Pokemon, so I would think his legs are pretty strong. But maybe he's saving it. Hitmonchan. Ironically runs faster than Hitmonlee. He clearly works on his cardio a lot more. Looks a little bit like Groot. Oh, better charge that Pro Controller. Lickitung uses a different mode of attack, mainly with his tongue. It just slaps you in the face with his tongue. I think the tongue and the tail honestly are holding him back. He's having a really hard time. He's hobbling along. Now, coughing is gassy. And as one would expect, just kind of floats behind you, letting off his fumes. You're fuming, coughing. Now you're polluting the seas. Come on, man. Don't do that. Wheezing. Same thing as coughing. Just 3 times as much pollution. And he'll levitate above the water as well, obviously. No problem. Lots of pollutant. Rhyhorn. Oh yeah. Nice little jog. I would not want this guy coming at me. The huge horn is. But like a rhinoceros, he's actually can run very fast. How about in the water? No, I don't think so. Rhydon. Ride on. Ride on the Rhydon. Also would not want this guy rushing me. Oh, holy crap. Massive. Chansey. Chansey has a very funny run. It actually, I think it gets some air. Yeah. It has to kind of rock back and forth. It's got a lot of weight to support in this tiny little feet. There's no legs. It's just like, just the feet, the soles. Your egg's gonna fall out. Careful there. Horsey. Horsey can magically levitate and actually can really move. Would not have expected that. Just magically levitates on land, and in the water you can pretty much just not see it. It's just a shadow. Bobs a little bit out of the water, but yeah, no, it's gone. Seadra, same kind of thing, I assume. Yep, can just levitate. I don't know what the mechanics are behind this levitation thing. I think it's using its fins as wings, but I don't think it works that way. It's okay, we suspend our disbelief. It's a game. Sure, Sharpedo isn't coming for me. This thing can really move in the water too. I think it's the same animation as on land. Tangela. I like its little vines. Kind of waving back and forth. It really wants to run. But again, like no legs. It's just like tiny little feet. Kangaskhan. Probably can't move that fast. It's got an intimidating kind of run. Runs with purpose. With Joey kind of going back and forth in the pouch there. We should take that little tiny kangaroo, the Joey, and like walk beside him or something. That would be adorable. Goldeen. Looks like most other water types, just levitates, which is interesting. And in the water, it doesn't actually really swim. It just sort of, it's on top of the water. Yeah, so fish, I think mammals usually swim like that, like whales and such, dolphins, but it's really on top of the water there. It's kind of skimming the surface. Seeking. Up next, same thing as Goldeen. Just levitating on land, floating. And in the water. Yeah, same thing. He kind of swims sort of half out of the water. It's an interesting way for a fish to swim. I'm not sure which fish this is based on. Carp, maybe. Staryu. Whoa! That thing spins, flies like a shuriken. Where did this thing go? Can you also walk? Yeah, he walks very briefly, but then as soon as you gain some distance on him, yeah, he's got to catch up. And then in the water, yep, same exact animation. He doesn't stop spinning though, that's the difference. So in the water, he'll just keep spinning. And on land, he will actually land. Yeah. What about Starmie? Same thing. Yep, same thing. Oh, the segments are... Yeah, it looks like they're rotating in different directions. One's clockwise, one's counterclockwise. That's pretty cool. And then just like Staryu, yep, they can do a little stroll. How about the water? Same thing. Yep, same thing in the water. Yeah, so it won't actually stand, it'll just keep spinning. Scyther next. His wings are not that large, I think that's why he can't fly very fast, but he will fly right behind you. And same thing over the water. Oh, back to you. Just want to look out for the Sharpedo stalking me. Yay. Come on, keep up, Scyther. Come on. Mr. Mime. So when he's standing around, yep, just does his miming thing. There's a wall between us, clearly, see? Can't touch me, there's a wall there. It's an invisible wall. And then he runs along. Cute little shoes. I like this guy. He's like, no, I can't go in the water. There's a wall here. I can't get in. Nope. I'm not a swimmer. Jinx. It's trying to chase me down for kissy time. It kind of looks like it's trying to sneak up on me, but that dress is, I think, is really holding it back. Take a couple inches off the bottom there. Electabuzz up next. He can really cover some ground. He's a bulky Pokemon. Look at him. He sprints after you. Very assertive kind of a run. Magmar. Pretty much the same, except he looked a little more clumsy. It looks like he's about to fall over, actually. The tail is the only thing keeping him in equilibrium. And Pinsir. So Mega Pinsir has wings. He'd be able to fly. Can you grow some wings at Pinsir? Fly over the water? He cannot. He looks very intimidating when he stands there, but those like skinny little arms and stubby legs, he's not very intimidating when he runs. Just try to keep up. Tauros I expect will be very fast. If Pokemon Sun and Moon have anything to say about it, yes he is. Keeps up with me just fine. I'm not going in the water. Because in Pokemon Sun and Moon you can ride a Tauros, and he's a fast moving creature. Kind of want to play like a Matador with him. Can catch up and then oh, I can't even dodge him. Nope, he sticks me with his horns every time. Magikarp, you're just gonna flop along. Yeah, just flopping along. Actually, not too slow though. He's pretty good at that flopping thing. I don't know how he controls the direction in which he's moving. That is beyond me. But it's like that. This one's based on a carp, obviously. It's right in the name. And Gyarados. He's both fast and intimidating. Ho ho ho. Quite a beast. He's enormous, as you would expect. And in the water, kind of like a shark. Just the fins sticking up. Nice. Lapras, just like the remainder of the water Pokemon, yep, sure enough, just levitates. Or slithers along the ground. No, I think it's definitely getting some air. How do you do that? You're enormous. And in the water. Same exact thing actually as on land. The animation we all know and love. Let's swim in Lapras. Ditto, I've only ever seen Stretch, so let's see what he's like when he moves. Oh, he hops. Those guys hop? These are native to this island. I don't see them hopping, though. Can you also kind of slither along? Yeah, so slowly slithers along when he needs to rush. He does a little hop. Oh, that's cute. You have feet over there? How do you do that? Eevee. I'm gonna get off my bike. I don't think I can run that fast. Yeah. So same animation, just like let's go Eevee. It's a cute little, got a little puppy. First of the Gen 1 evolutions, Vaporeon. Pretty much the same thing. Tail wagging. It just keeps like slapping the ground. That was probably loud, huh? Yeah, that was loud. Won't go in the water though, surprisingly, even though he's a water type. He will not join me in the water. Come on, let's go for a swim. Jolteon. Looks a lot like a dog when he runs. It's kind of funny. A little spiky little butt wiggling. Loyal Jolteon. And the final of the Gen 1 evolutions. Obviously, there are a bunch more. And the other generations, Flareon. Yeah, same exact thing. I think all three have pretty much the same animation. A tail's holding me back. It's a lot of fur there. Porygon. Let's see what you do. This is a very interesting animation, actually. It's very choppy. It's like a low frame rate. When he's next to you, just kind of floats. No worries. And when he has to run. Yeah, it's choppy. It's like a... That's pretty cool. I assume he can float above the water too. Yeah, same thing. Oh, he dips his feet. I think he's dipping his feet in the water. Are you dipping your feet? Yeah, just the feet though. Just the tip. Ammonite. He's like a snail. So I'll give him a break. Come on, you got this. He's just trying to sneak up on me, that's all. Very quietly. Doing a little dance with the arms. How about the water? You like the water? I'll let him just respawn behind me. Where is he? I thought he did go in the water. You don't go in the water, Ammonite? I'm just having trouble catching up. Yeah, he goes in the water. Does exactly the same thing in the water as on land. You're completely submerged. Oh, there's a shell. Alright, Amistar kind of just strolling along. That has got to be one of my favorite animations in Gen 1. Wait for me! No! The mouth kind of opening back and forth, all of his tentacles just going wild. I love that. Kabuto, I don't have high hopes for, but that's not bad. He can really use those legs of his. Must be a more scientific term for them, probably not legs. Does the exact same thing in the water. I don't know what he's hopping on, but yep, does the exact same thing. Come on up. So Kabutops has pretty long legs there. Can he run? Oh yeah. This guy covers some serious ground. I don't want to see that running at me either. Not with those scythes. And then the last fossil Pokemon of Gen 1, Aerodactyl. That's quite a wingspan. Look at this guy. Very threatening. Snorlax. Lots of weight on this guy. He's enormous. He's doing his best though, stomping along. He's faster than I expected, actually. Oh, like a sumo wrestler there. Might actually be based on one. it's a cute little hobble. And finally the legendaries. Legendary birds first. Articuno. I don't think I need to slow down for Articuno. Nope. I can actually accelerate and it keeps up just fine. Very graceful creature. I think all three will be. Zapdos. Yep, same thing. Just wants to zap the hell out of me. Can he keep up? Yes. Yes, he can. Or she. I love the Zapdos. I love the black there. It's almost like it's shadow, but it's part of its coloring. Very cool design. And finally, Moltres. I think the largest wingspan of the three. It's a lot like a phoenix. How about the water? Don't dip those wings. Don't dip them. Or go out. Those phoenix gets reborn, so no worries. Look at that beautiful bird. Dratini. What do you do, Dratini? Just levitates? Yep, just flies along behind you like a little worm. How about in the water? Can you swim? More like sinking. More like not sinking. Not so much swimming. You can just barely stay afloat, it looks like. I don't know how you breathe in. Dragonair. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. A little slower even. Just flying above the ground. Same thing as Dratini, just its face is completely submerged. It's another beautiful one here. And for Dragonite, thought I'd bring out my beauty, my shiny Dragonite that I caught in Let's Go Eevee, and I wasn't even hunting it, just randomly. Ooh, almost hit that Ditto. Yeah, so this thing, as expected, would just fly behind you. I think in Let's Go you can actually ride it. And right above the water, right on my tail. No pun intended. Pun intended. Yeah, I'm just going to admire this Dragonite for a second here. And on if he's going slowly, he will land and kind of stomp along. Oh yeah, he's got swag. Definitely. And finally, Mewtwo. Thought I'd bring out my shiny Mewtwo here, just to, you know, for brags. Just for the brags. He's not quite as fast as I would have expected, especially because he can levitate, and he's a very powerful Pokemon. Almost kind of looked like he teleported there, actually. But will he stand? No, he keeps levitating. He's kind of got like one foot just checking out the ground. You didn't think I was going to skip Mew, did you? Yeah, look at that. Mythical Mew. He's fast. Wow. Really fast. I guess he is in the anime too. Don't sink. That's fun to walk around with, actually, Mew. That's nice. I love that animation. Alright, well, that about wraps up all of the Generation 1 Pokemon following animations. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do consider hitting that like button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I post Pokemon content daily, and if you enjoy this kind of thing, please do drop a comment. Let me know what you liked about it, maybe what I could do better, and what other kinds of videos that you'd like to see. I'm always trying to come up with new ideas. Obviously I do a lot of shiny hunting, live streams, that kind of thing, but I'd like to kind of expand and do some other interesting Pokemon videos. So I'm Spiridude. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.